Hey to all my Tauruses out there. So this reading is for the upcoming year 2022 for the sign of Taurus. So ideally it's for sun sign Taurus, but if you like and your rising sign is Taurus or your moon sign is Taurus, you can tune into this video as well. I do feel that it's going to be mostly accurate for Taurus sun, but like I said, if you want to tune in and you have those others, or even if you have Venus as your ruling planet or in your first house, then you are going to be heavily influenced by the sign of Taurus as well. So the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to pull a major arcana card. So I have taken the 22 major arcana cards out of the deck and shuffled them and got one for each sign. And so you're going to have a major arcana card represent you for your next year, as well as an archetype for the next year, a crystal for the next year, a sense of pleasure that is suggested for you for the next year, and a couple of inner wisdom cards. And then we have some insightful and inspiring cards of kindness as well. And then after we do all of that, then we are going to give you a minute to ask a yes or no question, and then we're going to use the fortune telling cards to get that yes or no for you. And then we are going to get you one You Are Magic quote card, just to kind of tie it all up, and that will be the end. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and jump in. So let's see what your major arcana card for 2022 is, Taurus. You got the World. Wow, okay. Cool. The World. So I want to use the book. I'm going to use all the books today because I'm doing so many readings, 12. So I'm just going to read the definition by the book. So this is Saturn. The planet Saturn rules this card. This card is all about completion, achievement, and unity. A long-term goal has been reached, and you can now sit back and relax. All of the pieces have come together, and you have finally found your place in the world. Celebrate, this is a huge win. Take pleasure and look back at all the progress that you have made from when you first started. Feel proud? Well, you should. It's amazing how much we can achieve when we put our minds to it. There's an acceptance of yourself and others that creates wholeness and unity. You're realizing that you are part of something much larger than yourself and are able to see the big picture much more clearly. With endings come new beginnings. With endings come new beginnings. The world could also literally mean that you will be traveling and will experience a new world wherever you decide to adventure. The world is your oyster. So I bet that's a pearl then. So your archetype is the Offering. Ooh, okay. So we got a little lunar energy here. The Offering. 193. For the Offering, it says, once a week, Gandhi gave up speaking for a day, offering himself to divine silence. The offering can come in all shapes and sizes. If there is a gift you've been thinking of giving someone special, now is the time. The offering is about the gift, the present, the sacrifice. Unlike many of the other cards in the deck, the offering carries a clear as day message and a call to action. As you may have guessed, it is time for something to be given and given up for the sake of the bigger picture. If nothing comes to mind immediately, though it's likely it will, take time and meditation to consider what must be offered and who it is to receive it. It's likely you'll feel attachment and hesitancy. You'll make excuses. But recognize the link between the word sacrifice and the word sacred. One leads to the other. When we offer up something to the greater good, we lighten our load and become more able to serve. Imagine for a moment if you were to offer your whole self unconditionally to the world. For now, start small. When this card is light, it talks about generosity, donation, and volunteering. When dark, it's giving with expectation and keeping track. To go deeper, look into Odin's sacrifice of his eye in Norse mythology. Okay, so if you want the world, you have to make an offer, right? That's how it seems. And then your crystal for this year is malachite. So malachite, which is one of my favorite stones, I love it. This is about the subconscious mind. Malachite brings to light ingrained programming and toxic beliefs, an amulet against pain. This is a powerful stone for emotional transformation. It stimulates the survival instinct. Unconscious programs or beliefs cause psychosomatic disease. Go willingly into the depths. Therapy may be needed. Your deepest fears become your greatest gifts as hidden abilities come to light. Go where angels fear to tread to bring back insights for your own healing and that of others. This is about detoxifying your mind, body, and emotions and recognizing deep psychosomatic cause of diseases. This is about transforming your subconscious mind. It's also in your 4 lower chakras. So that would be your heart, your solar plexus, your sacral, and your base. All right. And then we have your awake inner wisdom, sacred connection. Okay. And friend foolery. So for the sacred connection, it could be that you are proposing to someone, and that's the offering that you're making, or it could be that you are integrating your conscious mind and your unconscious mind. And with that, it creates a sacred connection between yourself and yourself, your deeper self. So for friend flurry, we have forest friends flitter, curious to see just when we will dance the dream. Feel the buzz of ancient friends greeting you as you walk in tandem with nature. You are lovingly invited to skip along a path and dance among the fungi kingdom and nature spirits. They laugh and sing as you allow this reality to settle into the twilight. See the world for more than what meets the physical eyes. Venus, Taurus, I know that you like the physical. When you look with your imagination, or third eye, you will find curiosities within the layers of holographs. Souls incarnate mingle with friends and family in the etheric state. Sacred connection. Know that you are loved. Unconditional and true. Sacred bonds unite. You are absolutely unconditionally loved. Human bonds are connected by soul bonds. When you need a hug, reach out to a special soul who resonates with you deeply. Looking into the eyes of a person or animal will illuminate the connection between you and open your hearts to allow the souls to talk through the vessels. Grace and patience are at the core of this intrinsic connection. Remember, too, the ancestors of your human lineage, for their essences carry on the vibration of love and guide you along through the processes. All right. And then we have your pleasure card. Mirror, mirror. Mirror, mirror. Wow, okay. Most of us, when passing a mirror of reflective surface, will notice something we don't like about our appearance. But in mirror work, the opposite is ritual. It's about looking at yourself in the mirror and saying, I really deeply, truly love and accept you. I think that's funny too, because you got mirror, mirror, and then you got sacred connection, and then this is about the unconscious mind. And I think that the world is basically, it's integrating male and female, unconscious and conscious, two sides of a mirror. And so when you integrate those things, then you get, a whole world or a whole person, or, you're offering your unconscious mind to your conscious mind. So, and when I say you're offering your unconscious mind to your conscious mind, why I say that is because you do sacrifice ignorance. And so it's asking you to sacrifice something. If, it could be talking about that. But, it's worth it, because then you really learn about all the things that, well, not all the things maybe, but you learn about the things that you've been hiding from yourself, that you've been running from, your fears, your instincts, your impulses, your urges, your desires, the reasons why you have them. A lot of times, like you may have like a fear or something, but you may not exactly understand why you have it. And so when you look into your unconscious mind and you make that connection to your consciousness, then you are becoming aware that this happened because of this. You might be afraid of dogs, even though you don't know why. When you uncover your unconscious mind and you bring it into your consciousness, then maybe you will suddenly have a memory that you repressed of some incident that happened when you were very, very young with a dog, and it scared you, and because of that, you had this fear your whole life. And then that way you can let it go, you can move on, and you get to see the big picture, you get to see the world, what you've been hiding, and who you have the potential to be if you choose. All right. So these are mindfulness cards. So we have this little color sheet here. So the yellow ones, which you have 2 yellow ones, says insight and awareness for bringing your attention to subtle details, emotions, and experiences you might otherwise overlook. And then for the blue one is rest and balance for cultivating calm and peacefulness. So the first one is tension is a teacher. Okay. When tightness and constriction in your body can literally be a pain, those feelings can also be instructive. Physical tightness is often a symptom of something going on in our minds. Over the course of our lives, we tend to develop patterns of physical tension in response to stress and difficult emotion. If you can learn to recognize the patterns and correlations between your mind and body, you can intentionally relax those parts of your body before the tension builds. Ooh, reading that just made me like, okay, my shoulders are really tense. Let's relax them. And then rest and balance. Tune into stillness. So tune into your reflection. Tune into that sacred connection. Tune into your friend flurry. An effective way to develop inner calm is to place your attention on something that is already calm. This could be a tree, a cloud, a building, or an item on a shelf. Notice which parts of your experience feel still or relaxed and make the decision to rest your mind there. This is relatively easy if we are in a quiet place, but it is just as possible when we are somewhere noisy and busy. You will find moments of stillness everywhere if you look for them. Finding stillness and turning the mind there means you can have access to rest wherever you are. Okay? And then some of these in the deck were completely open, so I got the opportunity to write my own. So this one says, read vibes with detachment. So what I mean by that is, just like you tune into stillness and you relax the tension in your body, when you listen to someone speaking, instead of forming an opinion based on what they're saying or prejudging what they're saying, I think it's a good idea to practice listening with detachment, or, when you feel a vibe in an environment, feel it with detachment, not with an assumption or with a guess based on your own feelings, your own emotions. Basically, I'm saying whatever intuitive feelings you get wherever you are, ask yourself if you are feeling them with any self expectation or interest. And if not, then you are intuitively feeling the vibe with detachment. And detachment is a good place to be for gaining wisdom. All right? So the next thing that we're going to do is I want you guys to take a second and I want you to ask a yes or no question about the year 2022. It's got to be a simple yes or no question, otherwise it won't work. I've only used these for the first time today, and they're really, really stiff. So I'm going to kind of cut them in half. Alright guys, so I want you to ask permission, if you'd like, from your spirit guides, from your ancestors, from your from the collective consciousness, whatever you want. Let's step forward and answer this yes or no question for you if it is in your best interest and the best interest of others. If not, then, you know, everything comes in time. So whenever you are ready, we are going to ask our question involving the year 2022. It's got to be yes or no. Ready? Can we get a yes or no, or somewhere in between, on Taurus's question about 2022? I'm going to take this one since it was off on its own and say perhaps. Perhaps. So it's not a no. It's not quite a yes either. But perhaps. It's definitely, I feel like it's more than a maybe. It's like a maybe, but leaning more toward yes. Perhaps. But yeah, perhaps. I'm not sure what you asked, but perhaps. I don't know if it's good or bad. Last thing that we're going to do is we're going to take a You Are Magic card. These do not do that. These are quote cards. So this is just going to give us a little quote as a closing, you know, something inspiring as we end this. So give me something for Taurus for the year 2022. What can I get for Taurus? Okay, there we go. Okay, Taurus, 2022, here's what you've got. Reality is not only what we see on the surface, it is a magical dimension as well. And if we so desire, it is legitimate to enhance it and color it to make our journey through life less trying. So less challenging, I assume. This is by Isabel Allende from Eva Luna. I have no idea who that is, but I like that. Let me read it again. And also it's this color, so I guess this is an insight and awareness. So, reality is not only what we see on the surface. Mirror, mirror. It has a magical dimension as well. Mm-hmm. And if we so desire, it is legitimate to enhance it and color it to make our journey through life less trying. I love it. All right. Well, all my Tauruses out there, I hope that you have a great 2022. It seems like you will, for sure. It sounds like you have a lot ahead of you. So I hope that you guys enjoyed that reading today. And if you did, just so you know, if you'd like a little bit more insight into your year 2022, you can check out the last video that I posted before the zodiac readings. And it is predictions for 2022, so it's a pick-a-pile reading. So you can use this reading and that reading and put them together and kind of see, you know, how they compare, and hopefully that will help you gain a little bit more insight into the upcoming year. Alright guys, I'll see you next time. Bye.